Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Thursday's Reading the Red this fine sunny morning. And it's getting warmer. It's getting nearer and nearer and nearer to those lovely weather days. Luke chapter 9, verse 60. But he said to him, in red, allow the dead to bury their own dead, but as for you, go and proclaim everywhere the kingdom of God. So, as for you, go and proclaim the kingdom of God. A policeman once stopped me and a group of us in the car. We never had our seatbelts on. And he began to go round the car, telling each one of us off. And when he came to me, he said to me, and as for you, meaning you should know better. And that sense of as for you, Jesus put on this guy. And he says to him, as for you, go and proclaim the kingdom of God everywhere. The kingdom of God is the reality of God existence in heaven, existing on the earth in humanity. Just as God intended for it to be in the very beginning when he created the human race and the earth, and he intended for fellowship. He wanted the kingdom of what he knew active on the earth. Now that all got spoiled. But God in Jesus has revisited that expectation in humanity. He's given humanity the opportunity to be able to reconnect to its original purpose, establish and live in the kingdom of God, living in the King's presence, working with the King's attributes. So initially, he says to the man, let the dead bury their dead. And the idea of the dead burying the dead, meaning there are those who have disregarded the kingdom of God, and we can't do anything about them. And there is a sense of acceptance when someone consistently hardens their heart towards God. They get to a stage where their reaction inside of them is so hostile to any message of hope that God reaches out to them. It's just burned up, consumed. They are preparing themselves for the eternal judgment. They are preparing themselves to an eternity in hell. And that sense of disregarding God's blessing of salvation and choosing hell as an eternal destination. Why would anyone do that? They do that because the deeds of their lives are so wretched that they refuse to give them up. But many Christians still are involved in so many wrong things. And God is pressing in on them, inviting them to come away from that kingdom and come into the kingdom that he rules in, that he reigns. But they will not obey him. And so he says to the man, as for you, go and proclaim the kingdom. And God is speaking to us today in these days, and he's saying, it's time, Christian, to proclaim the kingdom. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.